Take responsibility of your life. I am responsible for how I feel. We gotta stop playing the victim card. Yeah. Like everything's happening to me. I decide how I react to everything that happens to me. That's the point. It's not the fault of your parents, not the fault of the government, it's not the fault of the economy, it's not how you feel and what happens in your life. Both. We gotta take responsibility for what happens in our lives. Because you can decide how you feel about anything. Some bad things can happen in your life, yes, for sure. There can be a bad day in the stock market, for example. Yes. Or your father can come one day angry at home and shout at you. Yes. But that doesn't mean you cannot decide how you feel about it or what you do about it. If someone insults me, if my father's angry, I can hide in my room. Or if you cannot do that, I can decide to ignore his words and think of a song at the same time. Or I could listen to him and then think that he's just angry for other reason. It has nothing to do with me and I shouldn't get affected. For example, right? Or I could think he's drunk and he doesn't know what he's saying, so I invalidate what he's saying. So that way it doesn't affect me. It doesn't change my mood. I decide. I know we're known for having all these mood changes the whole time, yeah? We have swinging moods. Yeah, mood swings. The thing is, we could not have them. We could decide not to have mood swings so much. If we apply this kind of thinking, do you think it's possible? We could think the government gave a bad news. They always give bad news in the news, by the way. If you don't watch the news, you will be better off. But say you watch the news and you saw a bad news. Let's say it gives you the news that the world is going to be in lockdown. Oh no! For example. And you decide how that affects you. Because I'm going to give you a tip. For some people, the lockdown was very positive. They made a lot of money, for example, thanks to selling masks and selling all these medicines. Yeah. So those people benefited from the lockdown and they're happy about the lockdown. The hospitals made a lot of money thanks to the lockdown and doctors. So I'm just saying that. So not everything is black or white. It depends on your mindset. For example, some people are very sad because they have to be at home the whole day, locked inside the house. For other people, I'll give you an example. It could be, wow, I get to watch Netflix the whole day. I get to read a lot of books. I get to bond with my parents more than ever and my siblings, which I would never, of my kids, which I would never had time before because I was a working mom. See? My point is, we decide how we feel. One, and we decide how we react and what we do about it. Two. Example. I had a coffee shop before the lockdown started. Because of the lockdown, we closed it. Was it painful? A little. Yes, of course. We've been 7 years open. A lot of sweat and tears there. The thing is, it took me a month to transform the coffee shop, which doesn't exist anymore, into an online food store where we sell all kinds of food. Yeah, we started with 3 products, Spanish food, and then we started expanding to vegan food, beans, oils, and everything. And actually, we're doing better now, after 10 months of lockdown, than before. So it was bad because we had to close after 7 years, yes. And it's great because people now are inside their houses. They don't want to go out. They don't go to malls because it's a headache. And they're buying online. So our online sales are going up and up and up. Yeah. So I was doing it myself. And now, since 1 week ago, I hired a helper. So we're starting to build a mini team again. It's possible. I'm doing the marketing. But I have a helper to do the packaging, for example. So, see, the lockdown can be good or can be bad. What your father says or what the news says can be good or can be bad. We control how we feel about things.